I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what former President Trump just told Fox and Friends about his Democratic rivals' running mates.
There's never been a ticket like this. This is a ticket that would want this country to go communist immediately, if not sooner.
And he just said Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is more left than Vice President Harris.
He's very heavy into transgender. Anything transgender he thinks is great.
The former president says his rivals would be bad for border security and inflation in the economy.
It's a very bad situation that we're going in. We could end up in a depression if these people are reelected.
And the former president just told Fox they have to work out a Trump-Harris debate.
I think debates are very important, and I think she'll be exposed just like Biden was exposed. Nobody knew Biden was that bad.
Now in Philadelphia, Vice President Harris's running mate, Tim Walz, called the former president and his running mate, J.D. Vance, creepy and weird, and
Trump weakens our economy to strengthen his own hand. He mocks our laws. He sows chaos and division.
The new Harris-Walz Democratic ticket will rally today in Wisconsin and then Michigan, with the vice president saying,
"We are the underdogs in this race, but we have the momentum, and I know exactly what we are up against."
A progressive House Democrat's on her way out of Congress. Cory Bush lost a primary in Missouri, ousted by Wesley Bell.
This district is ready for better and more accountable representation in Washington, D.C.
Congresswoman Bush, a pro-Palestinian sympathizer in the war in Gaza, vows to bring AIPAC's kingdom down. Angry, the pro-Israel group spent millions backing Bell, just like it did in New York, helping primary out another progressive House Democrat, Jamal Bowman. Tropical storm Debbie, blamed for 6 deaths, is lingering off the Carolina coast, could turn back and make landfall again and move up the coast. It's causing a lot of flooding as it continues to rain down. America's listening to Fox News.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hamas has named a new leader a week after the old one was killed in a bombing in Iran that prompted Iran to vow revenge.
Now, Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah spoke yesterday at a ceremony for a senior commander who was killed in an Israeli strike last week. An Israeli fighter jet swooped over the ceremony as he vowed to take revenge and target Israel. Nasrallah, of course, spoke over video from a bunker over fears of being killed by the Israelis. Amid these new threats, U.S. diplomatic efforts are underway to avoid a crisis and widening war.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Haifa, Israel. The 5 American troops and 2 U.S. contractors injured when an Iran-backed group bombed an air base in Iraq are said to be in stable condition. A Pakistani man with ties to Iran is now jailed in the U.S.
Federal prosecutors in New York City charging Asif Raza merchant with murder for hire, saying the 46-year-old Pakistani national traveled to the U.S. after visiting Iran, attempting to organize a plot to assassinate a U.S. politician or government official.
Based on DOJ's ongoing investigation, there has been no evidence to suggest that the individual named in today's indictment has any connection to the assassination attempt against former President Trump that happened in Butler, Pennsylvania.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre explaining the administration has invested extraordinary resources to address these threats. The DOJ says Merchant was arrested trying to leave the U.S. on July 12th after paying undercover officers he thought were hitmen to take part in the scheme. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
On Wall Street, a rebound may continue from Monday's huge sell-off. The Dow futures are up more than 300 points. The Dow yesterday gained almost 300. In baseball, the Chicago White Sox finally won for the first time in nearly a month, beating Oakland 5-1. The win snaps the White Sox 21-game losing streak, tied for the longest in American League history. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois getting rid of the state grocery tax. Governor Pritzker signed a measure into law that eliminates the state tax on grocery items. The 1% state tax will be repealed across all of Illinois, although local governments have the option of imposing tax on a local basis by ordinance. The tax will take effect on January 1st, 2026. Western Illinois University staff facing potential layoffs. WIU Board of Trustees voting on whether to approve the proposed layoffs. The possible cuts come as the university needs to reduce spending by $20 million in order to help balance their budget. Students and staff rallied in efforts to save their jobs. University of Illinois has had a long-standing relationship with IDOT dating back to the 40s, which has provided students with more opportunities for transportation. Chicago, considered the hub of transportation in America. That's why IDOT has continued its partnership by signing $40 million agreement, which is aimed at growing sustainability research. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
And good morning, friends. It is Wednesday morning. This is August 7. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
I am Stevie Jay, and it's great having you along. Greg Solier has jumped aboard as well. I actually grabbed a little jacket this morning.
I did too.
Tomorrow will be a little chillier, but it just feels like, it's not as light, Solier. It's just a whole summer solstice.
I know, it's all kind of slowly winding down, is it not?
Yeah, so I had made a bold prediction as who Kamala Harris would pick. I wanted to replay that, Solier, so you know my credibility.
Real quick here.
Yeah. Well, I'll put all my chips,
go ahead.
Every one of them, on Josh Shapiro
Tim Walz
as the VP.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so a little off
chips,
on that.
Every one of them on Josh Shapiro as the VP.
Wow.
Yeah, so there I am.
You were thinking of a sound mind. I agree. So the was the right direction.
I missed by that much. Apparently, here's just a quick. We'll get to weather in a second, but apparently, New York Times says this morning Josh Shapiro got in the interview Saturday and wanted to know how much authority he would have. Tim Walz went in Sunday and said, "I'll do whatever you want."
Yeah, let's keep the joy in politics. And that guy over there, he's weird.
I thought it would have been, the guy down a couple hours southwest of here that maybe.
Yeah, it was Mark Kelly.
So.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Well,
Oh, you're talking Pritzker. Yeah. JB brings 6 billion reasons why you pick him. So there is that. The Pritzker family in Illinois has 18 billion total. Wow. They pool their money. That's more than Shad Khan.
Can we pull us out of some kind of Illinois debt with that?
No, we already got.
Can he just chip in?
New Hampshire already did that. Remember, the whole country gave us $40 billion for COVID.
Okay.
It got us out of a lot of stuff.
I see.
We didn't do a thing. Anyway, can somebody bail all of us out too?
Right.
What do you think?
I love that.
Come on, man.
There's got to be something.
I think
somewhere.
let's just start our own country or something, or state,
or buy the White Sox, whatever either are.
Hey, the White Sox won yesterday.
What?
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Yeah, just in time for the Cubs to come visiting. I believe it's a 2-game series.
It's coming
Friday.
up this weekend.
It's a 2-game series over at, I still call it the Cell. Why wouldn't you want to extend that into Sunday and make it a 3-game series?
It's weird. Cubs and Cardinals are off Sunday.
It's wild.
I don't know. Weird. Anyway, the Sox, so they did not set the major league record of 23 losses in a row. Well, good for them. They won a game. Who'd they beat?
Oakland A's.
Well, they're just as bad.
Okay.
That's not so good. All right, weather this morning brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, keep your kids on the top of their game with their sports physicals or school physical. Find a location near you at carl.org.
All right, well, I saw a little spit and rain, cloudy conditions, central Illinois. Mr. Meteorologist Greg Solier, what you seeing today?
Yeah, still a little lingering stuff in some of that low stratus based at around 1,200 feet. And yeah, some folks might say, oh, it's a fall-looking sky out there. It is what it is. 67 at Willard and Savoy, 66 at Rantoul. These temperatures are actually what you should expect in the morning hours for an August 7th around here. We've got one more cold front to come our way. It'll come through dry and it'll generate readings a little bit cooler for the end part of the week, early on into the weekend. The warm to hot ridge will begin to slowly materialize around here again. The middle late portions of next week. For our producer friends, still lots of growing degree day unit action, moisture reduction, dry down, all that, and what should be on the longer range stuff around here. Sort of an extended, protracted summer that should get us into easily well through September. So don't worry about the back 40 out there. But enjoy the days while you may, with cooler, less humid environs for man and beast, and a partly sunny sky to gradually break through over the area middle to late morning and through the afternoon, with a high close to 80 with a northeast wind. Better sleep in tonight if you like upper 50s with a light northeast wind. Sunshine 81 tomorrow, 77 on a slightly cooler Friday. Nights will be in the 50s around here right through early next week, with daytime readings for the weekend at 76 Saturday, Sunday up to 77, near 80 Monday and Tuesday. Next chance for a couple of showers and thunderstorms the second half of next weekend. We head back into the low to mid 80s. For CVT Broadcasting Meteorologist Greg Solke.
Okay, off and running, and again, August 7. That means, well, 3 weeks from tomorrow, football.
Right.
Illinois plays Eastern here.
8 o'clock kickoff on a Thursday night.
Yep, and so here we go, another football season. Apparently, the kid from Arcola?
Yeah, Caden Fagan.
Caden Fagan is
on a watch list for the Doak Walker Running Back Award.
He's kind of the man,
along with Josh McCray, too.
Josh McCray is still here?
I know. We've got some preseason recognition going on for Illinois football.
Josh McCray might be 28. I don't know how...
I'm gonna look that up.
He's been hurt every year.
Okay.
I just didn't know. It's one of those deals where you're going, okay. He's definitely 22 or 3 or 4. I mean, anyway, okay. Caden Fagan is the kid to watch. I mean, remember last year he had moments of brilliance and he got hurt.
Yeah.
He says he's 100%.
Uh-huh.
And then, Luke Altmaier, remember after the Penn State game, Luke Altmaier was really good. And then he got hurt, and then John Paddock did that thing. Hot as a firecracker, so we've started him the rest of the way, and I don't know, won the Minnesota game. That goes down as one of the no way game.
Right.
No way we're 4th and 14, backed up in our own territory, win the game on 3 plays. No way. It happened. So anyway, that was John Paddock. That's why Luke didn't play. But Luke Altmaier, after the bad game against Penn State here last year, Luke was really good. So we are hopeful, but unknowing about this team. I don't know much about it. I know we got a lot of guys in. How do they mesh? It's kind of like basketball. I don't know.
And Coach Brett Bielema and his wife Jen have kicked off a drive donating the first 150 backpacks to Champaign-Urbana schools, along with 100 Fighting Illini football season tickets in honor of the Memorial Stadium 100th anniversary.
Yeah.
So things like that will come into play when we go see the movie night of Kung Fu Panda 4 on Saturday night.
Makes it be nice and cool.
School supply drive.
Really
so
nice.
Keep that in mind when you come to Memorial Stadium.
So I'm supposed to bring an empty backpack or
you
something?
You can.
Used or new?
I mean, I think they love new.
Okay, they go buy a new one. All right, 7:13.
These kids, I tell you what, you give them something that's perfectly nice. As I know, as I've tried with my kids year after year, we can hand this down. It's going to work just as well as the one with the shark on it over there. That's $50. Okay.
Yeah, well, the shark is a big deal.
I know. So silly.
Yeah.
Have to stay cool in the hallway. Whatever.
All right. Well, 7:13. You want to do your Fisher National Bank? They sponsor our text line.
I'm telling you, I'm excited about Muhammad Music Fest, too. They're the presenting sponsor on that. And across the hallway here at Stevie Jay Broadcasting on US 105.9, we played Drew Baldridge, who's out of Patoka, Illinois. I brought him on stage numerous times. And then Dylan Scott. That's all August 24th as part of the Muhammad Music Fest. You can invest in yourself with free rewards checking from Fisher National Bank instead of losing a little each month in fees. Wouldn't it be nice to earn on your money? Switch to Fisher National. They offer excellent annual percentage yields with no service fees or minimum balance. Simply make 12 debit card purchases, receive electronic statements, and have one direct deposit a month. It's as easy as that to maximize your money with a bank ready to invest in you. Learn more at FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people, member FDIC.
All right, it's sports time at 7:15. ESPN 93.5, Diane Ducey.
Well, we just shared a little bit about our Fighting Illini football team, and we're getting excited about that. Of course, Q96 across the hallway is your home for the Chicago Bears. HBO on Tuesday nights, they've released the Hard Knocks show. I don't know if you've heard about this, Stevie, but trending is Caleb Williams and Matt Eberflus, and people like these kind of shows where they kind of give the backstory.
No, I love those things.
Me too.
Really cool.
Even Nick Saban made an appearance last night,
Okay.
so might be something you want to look up. I don't know if you get HBO in your package, but you got that to look forward to.
Right.
So, big wins all across the board with the Cubs, Cardinals, and White Sox. Let's hear from our Redbird recap.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney, and last night the Cardinals trailed 2-0 after one inning. But in the second inning with 2 outs, a hit for Pajes, the first Major League home run for Victor Scott II. Mason Wynn was hit by a pitch. Tommy Pham hit a 2-run homer, and the Cardinals beat the Tampa Bay Rays 4-3.
Great inning for the Cardinals offensively, but it was also great work by Sonny Gray, who despite having a bad first inning where he threw 30 pitches, was somehow able to get through 7 innings, and he left with the lead. Ryan Helsley was able to pick up the save to give Sonny Gray the victory.
And in between, Andrew Kittredge, the former Ray, had a 1-2-3 8th inning.
He pitched great, very good defense again for the Cardinals.
Now Eric Vetty will make his home debut for his new team, the Cardinals. He'll pitch tonight against the Rays.
And the Cardinals go for a series win. They need to keep doing that.
We're on the air tonight beginning at 5:50. 6:35, Ricky will have the lineups and go over the pitching matchup. And at 6:45, I'll tell you about the first pitch by Eric Vetty.
The Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum is the official home of Cardinals history. For those who want to be a part of one of the sport's greatest collections in the world, museum membership is the way to go. Cardinals Museum membership provides unlimited admission for 1 year, exclusive Hall of Fame bobbleheads, discounts, ticket offers, and more, in addition to supporting exhibit design and artifact restoration. There are a variety of membership levels, including our ultimate level of membership. For more info and to join, go to cardinals.com/membership.
Cubs beat Minnesota 7-3. We've got a 120 start over on US 105.9 as that series continues against Minnesota. And Greg Solia was right. Looking forward to the Cubs White Sox series coming up Friday and Saturday as the White Sox beat the Oakland A's 5-1. So the 21-game losing streak has stopped. So I think they tied for a record and didn't break a record.
I think 23 was it.
Okay.
All time, and I think they were 21.
I see.
Oh, easy. room to spare. No, I mean, it's just one of those things, though, when it's no fun playing the White Sox because you can't lose.
Right.
So it's like we're playing Eastern. We're better than Eastern. Can't lose.
Right. And Easterns get some money.
Yeah,
go Panthers.
But they also are a good football team.
Right.
They're picked seven in their conference.
Mm-hmm.
They're Division I football team, so don't think they're not going to be kind of jacked for this one. They're going to come up to Champaign, and it would make their life. They will talk about it with their great-grandkids if they beat Illinois in Champaign.
That's right.
So it's one of those, no fun.
I got a buddy living in Tolono that's on the EIU coaching staff that listens to the show. He's probably cheering right now.
Listen,
Go Panthers.
We want the Panthers to just play great for 2 or 3 quarters. That's great. But you can't come and win. That's not the intention. Okay. Please, people.
Make sure that's clear.
Yeah.
USA Soccer over Germany 1-0. USA Volleyball with Jordan Poulter, former Illini, on the team, winning.
Right.
The basketball team winning. Right now we're leading the medal count at 86.
Watts Copy Systems, they offer cost-efficient solutions to busy offices. Free evaluations, 217-352-0428. It's Watts Copy Systems. All right, meteorologist Greg Solier is 7:19.
So again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and Ben Nevis, Saturday, nice, pleasant change in weather for the next 5 to 7 days of cooler, drier Canadian air. There's more heat and humidity showing up, though, the second half of next week and beyond. So today and going beyond, much cooler, less humid for the day today. Skies becoming partly sunny, the high right around 80 with a gusty northeasterly wind. Good sleeping weather for tonight. A few clouds, dawn temperatures down to 58, light northeast east wind for the day tomorrow. Sunshine, northeast to east breeze, and a high at 81. Upper 50s here again tomorrow night. Sunshine for the day on Friday up to 77. Sunday to partly cloudy skies for the weekend at 76 on Saturday. A Sunday high up near 77 degrees, back up near 80 on Monday. Clouds increase next Tuesday. Probably a couple of showers, maybe a thunderstorm the second half of next week, with daytime temperatures back to more seasonal levels into the lower and middle 80s and nights in the 60s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. Busey Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868. Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Walt Disney shares are up 3%. Disney's earnings and revenue top forecasts its streaming services made a profit for the first time in the recent quarter. Streaming includes Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. This week, Disney announced a new round of price increases for nearly all of its streaming plans effective in October. Its division that includes movies and theaters made a profit after losing money a year ago, helped by Inside Out 2. Business was softer at its theme parks and cruise line because of higher costs. CVS Health is reporting weakness in its healthcare business. The drugstore chain's earnings topped expectations, though CVS has lowered its full-year outlook. And sportswear company Puma is lowering its forecast for the year. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
Well, they say there are certain things that shouldn't be brought up at the kitchen table, but not here at the Duffys. So pull up a chair and join me, Rachel Campos Duffy.
And me, former U.S. Congressman Sean Duffy, as we share our perspective on the discussions happening at kitchen tables across America.
And we're going to share some real-life solutions as well to the everyday issues that you all talk about. And we're going to talk about some of those things that we agree on.
And some that we don't.
Download from the kitchen table, the Duffys at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download podcasts.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding are a winning combination that can instantly change the look, feel, and function of your home. Our Kramer Siding and Window team takes pride in being an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor, able to offer a best-in-the-business 50-year warranty. Pair it with preservation siding in your favorite style and color, and your home will be a showstopper. Start today and save 10% on roofing and 25% on siding. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Your favorite Mexican restaurant, El Toro on West Springfield in Champaign, is still open 7 days a week despite the construction on West Springfield. If you're craving those mouth-watering Mexican dishes, just enter from the east. When you see the barricade at Springfield and Kenwood, look for their special driveway. It'll guide you straight to El Toro. El Toro will be serving up your favorites all through the construction for the next 5 months. Open daily and ready to welcome you. El Toro, your destination for authentic Mexican cuisine, even during construction.
A slap of the bat, high fives at the plate. They're all celebrated at Pia's Sports Bar and Grill after the game. Super beer specials, great drinks, big screen TVs, and fun food all await you at Pia's. Whether it be Pia's delicious wings, the big pork tenderloin, or Pia's famous Grand Slam or Slugger Burger, you'll find all your favorites available until 11 p.m. Chill out at Pia's in the beer garden and enjoy being served by a great staff. See you at Pia's, Springfield and Mattis, Champaign.
I just do love the entrepreneurs. They got every combination of Vice President Kamala Harris.
Right.
And so HarrisWalls.com was taken.
Right. And it's a trademark attorney who also runs an online marketplace where people buy and sell trademarks and domains.
So you're just looking for some money.
So he's a domain investor.
No, that's right. And people do that. And you buy a lot of them, and then, you hopefully bed.com, the biggest bed company in the world, will buy it from you for $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure he had Harris Kelly, Harris Shapiro. So the question is, what are they doing about it? Are they going to pay the guy the money?
Right.
Or are they just going to suck it up?
That's how the story goes.
But they got to have an easy website.
Self-proclaimed goat of cyber squatting sold Harris Walls for $15,000.
Oh, come on, man.
$15K.
Hold out.
I know.
What are they going to do about it?
Right.
I guess audit you. there's that. So
he snatched it up 4 years ago.
Well, $15,000 is $15,000, but you think you'd get a little more play on that one because you got to have an easy website, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right, 724. The guy they picked is really, 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 really far left. So if you are okay with changing the sex of a 7-year-old, if you're okay with parents having their child taken if they disagree with the school, that's Tim Walz. He stood up there and said, if that's diversity, equity, that's what you get. That's what we get in Minneapolis. This is going to happen. That's what he said in 2020 when the city burned. Did not call up the National Guard for 3 days. All these businesses were burned. He is maybe further less than, I don't know how you get left of Kamala Harris, but now Kamala's saying, I'm against fracking. Now what?
Yeah, now what? If the VP is saying, what are we doing?
Yeah, the problem with trying to be who you're not is you get caught in different things. Well, you said that, and then you said that and said that.
Right.
And not to mention, I saw J.D. Vance, who I think is really, really, really smart. So I think it'll be a great debate between he and Tim Walz, because I think Tim Walz can handle a microphone too. And apparently he'd never read off a teleprompter till like yesterday. He just never uses them. So he's an old teacher, coach, served in the military. There's a little speculation there that wasn't as clean as maybe is being reported.
I see.
When the shots started firing in Iraq, he got out.
Well, I'd want out too.
Well, me too, but it's not exactly a leader position, is it? I think he was a leader of a squadron, and they said that he bolted on him.
I see.
And he ran for Congress. So he's been in politics 20 years. But if you are comfortable with men playing on women's teams, boys on girls' teams, this is all about him.
This headline says, Tim Walz, Kamala Harris's new right-hand man, echoes left-wing crime policy.
No, there's no border. They're all for all of that. So everything that is the worst part of what I think is wokeism and a virus in the country that is permeating, although Cori Bush of St. Louis lost yesterday, so one of the squad is gone. AOC loves Tim Walz. Rashida Tlaib loves Tim Walz. So they're all in.
He kind of looks a little Bernie-like.
He is. He's probably left of Bernie. And he's socialism, Party of America is just over the moon. So you got a socialist, and he said socialism to one is the comfort of others. He said something like that. And so it's socialism. I don't think anybody understands what it is. And then if you say what it is, then that's not what I mean. Socialism is when somebody else decides what you do. And you're going to follow the line, and everybody's going to get the same pay even if you work 10 hours a day and they work 4. So it's like socialism be like, you're coming to work every morning here, I pay you. Your neighbor doesn't work, but you have to share your money with him. If you're comfortable with that, then you're in good shape. And I don't think most people in this country, as independent as we are, they know right from wrong. They know good from bad, even though we steal stuff like crazy these days. They know what's wrong, but then they blame something else for their situation, so you owe me. That's the mentality.
Right. This article also saying, if we remember the rioting in the summer of 2020, Tim Walz was the guy who let the rioters burn down Minneapolis. And then Kamala bailed out the rioters.
She raised money to bail out the rioters because it was all peaceful, except for the flames that you couldn't see anybody because it was raging. Listen, this is crazy. There's just no way common sense America could be for this ticket. But it's not Trump. I don't think the Trump rage is what it was. I think it's the derangement is, I feel, a little less.
I don't know, Stevie.
You're there, but
when Tim Walz talks yesterday, he's talking about the joy. And that feels better to me than
it's a sales job.
Kamala is a monster. Really?
Well, I think if Donald Trump, and
Let's
I know,
tone it down.
Well, if he could do that, but I don't know if he can. But if he could just say, "Here's what she said. Here's what I did. Here's what she said. Here's what I did. Here's what he does. Here's what I did." Just stay on policy, because if you can hang on policy, it is as clear a division and a clear of a different road. You have a track record, Donald Trump, and last I saw, he was not a dictator. He did not He did not ruin democracy, did he?
But the people new to this, that's what they're hearing.
Well, I know, but then you get them on the street and say, "Did you know? Did you know?" And they don't know anything.
I know, because it's a 40-second clip on TikTok. That's how they're learning about things.
So we'll see. We'll see if we get well read enough to understand our choices here. But this is again, if you're comfortable with the direction of the social aspect of your life, and you got to work through people's identity and sex changes for children and all these things, then that's your ticket. But it's the furthest by a lot. I thought for sure they're picking Josh Shapiro. Jewish man from Pennsylvania, could probably bring you the state, and it didn't happen. I think people are surprised, but I think it came down to the polling. The focus group suggested Kamala was going to win with Mark Kelly, with Josh Shapiro, or with Tim Walz, and now pick who you like. And everything, I think they agree on everything, and he said, I'll do whatever you want. So that's easy.
Yeah, you need a yes guy.
Yeah, no, he's a yes guy. So he'll be there, and he's going to be a better speaker. You know, you don't want to get somebody outshines you. I think anybody's going to outshine Kamala. I just don't think she knows the issues very well.
Tuesday, November 5th, election countdown, 90 days.
Okay, Ed Martin texted me earlier this morning from Austria.
Okay.
So he's not on. John Pudner, our friend from Milwaukee.
Okay, then.
He's the voice of calm. He really is. He's good. And Brother Johnny and John Pudner, I've got that. That'll be coming up next.
And we're getting some text to 359-2255. I know Kama is saying people evolve.
It's the quickest.
I get that, but just not in 3 weeks.
Quickest 3-week evolution ever. It's not what they believe. Their core values stay. 7:30. We'll be right back.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Former President Trump says he's surprised Kamala Harris chose Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate.
He's a very liberal man, and he's a shocking pick, and I'm thrilled. I could not be more thrilled.
He was on Fox and Friends. Governor Walz at his first rally with Vice President Harris in Philadelphia says Trump's only in it for himself.
He sows chaos and division, and that's to say nothing of his record as president.
They campaign in Wisconsin and Michigan today. There's flooding in parts of Georgia and South Carolina, with more rain to come as Tropical Storm Debbie lingers off the coast.
The center of Debbie is south and southeast of Charleston off the coast, moving east. Eventually, we're going to have a second landfall as we get into tonight and Thursday morning.
Fox Weather's Mike Seidel in Isle of Palms, South Carolina. There's a risk of flooding from the storm as far north as New England through Saturday. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. State Senator Doris Turner hoping a new Illinois law holds EMS workers more accountable. The law allows the Illinois Department of Public Health Director to suspend an EMS worker statewide if they get charged with a crime while at work and if the director thinks the worker will pose the possibility of harm to the public. Champaign community members came together Monday night to discuss a path towards limiting gun violence in the community. Trust between community members and government services like the police and city officials was up multiple times as a way to help prevent gun violence. Community members also shared they need to have better relationships with people in their own communities. As summer starts to come to an end, the average price of gas fell 5 cents over the week in the city of Champaign. Champaign had an average price of $3.67. The cheapest station in Champaign priced at $3.41 a gallon. The most expensive $3.84 a gallon. Statewide, the average gas price fell 7.6 cents to $3.95 a gallon. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Eastern Illinois, Champaign-Urbana this Saturday. Nice spell of summertime weather coming our way for the next several days. Matter of fact, right up to about the middle part of next week. No real hint of autumn in the air, but a cooler spell. There's more heat and humidity showing up and portion of next week and beyond. Meanwhile, remnants of Debbie slowly winding its way up the eastern seaboard. Much cooler, less humid for the day today, becoming partly sunny in that sky condition. The high right around 80, gusty northeast wind. humid. A few clouds for tonight, down to 58. For the day tomorrow, mostly sunny and 81 with a northeast to east breeze. Back down upper 50s for tomorrow night. Sunshine 77 on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, sunny to partly cloudy skies at 76 on Saturday. 77 on Sunday. We're back up near 80 for Monday and Tuesday. More seasonal readings into the low and mid 80s the second half of next week, and maybe a couple of showers and thunderstorms late Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solke.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Get the rock star treatment at Golden Nugget Danville and jam out with your cut of up to $400,000 every Saturday through the end of August. One lucky winner will be selected every half hour from 4 to 11 p.m. to spin and win up to $1,000 cash. Earn entries now through August 31st. Not valid for any participant of the Illinois Gaming Board statewide voluntary self-exclusion program. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Attention drivers. When it comes to your car, trust matters. That's why savvy drivers choose PDR Automotive for top-notch service and unbeatable quality. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, their team of expert technicians has the skill and experience to keep your vehicle running smoothly. At PDR Automotive, customer satisfaction is their priority, and they won't rest until your car is back on the road performing at its best. Visit PDR Automotive in Urbana today, family-owned and operated for more than 50 years. They're what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Well, I got a text early this morning, like 5 a.m., and our friend from the Phyllis Schlafly Group, Eagle Ed Martin, president of Eagle Forum Legal Defense Fund, our friend Ed Martin said, I'm in Strasbourg, and I will not be able to be on, of course, Sound of Music and stuff, so I said, have a great trip to the Von Trapp family. Brother Johnny's down in New Orleans. Johnny had a Bible study this morning. Johnny!
Good morning, Stevie. I can't believe he's gone to Austria and didn't tell us where he was going.
I think he didn't know where he was, because he's just...
I see.
He was
Something came up.
Big part of the Republican platform when it was in Milwaukee. And I'm not sure you've been on with John Pudner before, president of the Take Back Action Fund, Bush 2000 aide, the only person in U.S. history to run a campaign defeating a majority leader, our friend John Pudner in Milwaukee. How are you, John?
Good. And by the way, my family still calls me Johnny from my younger days.
No kidding. We got two Johnnies on. Brother Johnny and Brother Johnny. We got two Johnnies. All right, let me begin with John Pudner. Your take on Tim Walz being named vice president candidate for Kamala Harris.
I think it proves that they're still concerned about the liberal base staying with them. They've come to them right now in polling. They were excited over the change and Harris being in. But it still tells me they thought that was still fragile, that they're more concerned about a drop in turnout from the far left part of their party than they were about reaching out to the center, which is what a Josh Shapiro would have been. I mean, he's liberal, but at least he has got a pro-Israel, et cetera. You're more traditional Democrat, more toward moderate. And they just decided they couldn't do that. They could not risk the far left part of the party, some of them staying home. And so they went left with his pick.
Well, I think John, I don't know, but it looks like, number one, a strategic disaster from a political race standpoint, but also I don't know how Kamala Harris is going to do making tough calls. I'd hate to see how she handled the Cuban Missile Crisis. That was not a smart move. To double down on this wokeism, I think, was a mistake, and you can't hide that. Eventually, they're saying Midwestern moderate, but this guy, he wants the gender operations for kids. I mean, this guy goes all the way to the left as far as it goes. So I don't know, Stevie. I don't see a ticket that can put together a winning coalition.
Well, isn't it John Pudner, another Johnny, John Pudner? Isn't it about how you sell it? I mean, the Democrats have a machine that is very impressive, and they'll put the coach up there, and he's a rah guy. He speaks very well. He's got probably do better than Kamala will at these issues as well. But man, there's too much videotape on him talking about, letting Minneapolis burn, and this is what you get when you don't have diversity and equity. And if you're comfortable with what's going on in America right now, this is your ticket. But John, I don't know how they sell it to where there's not too much. There's going to be so much evidence that says that's not what they believe.
That's right. I think if we didn't have TV yet, the pick would work because you wouldn't have video. You could give speeches, look grandfatherly. I mean, I think you can cast that image. It's not like, obviously, they couldn't pick a member of the squad. I mean, another one lost in Missouri, even in a primary yesterday.
Corey Bush lost last night.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, it's good for the country. I mean, preferring Republicans to win, I don't mind if they're more squad members because they're easier to beat. But as far as for the country, it's such a harmful element. But you couldn't go there. You couldn't go with someone who's overtly squad. So what do you do to appease your base and keep them happy? You go with the guy who sat there and listened to, had hearings where people come in and talk about how Minnesota needs to divest all their money out of Israel. And, just so that, and then he just politely says to everyone during these hearings that he's running, oh, well, thank you for speaking. So, he's not, I think in their mind, he's not quite out there, banging his fist himself saying, get us out of Israel. It's a softer sell. I think they're thinking he can be a softer face on these radical ideas. And, as you said, they have a machine. We'll see if it works. But as Johnny, I think most people will see through, this is a far left pick.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I don't know. We sure don't want anyone who would appease that base. That base needs to be pushed back because it results in everything from the open borders to the zero energy independence that we had even just 4 years ago, which means higher energy prices. That helps drive inflation. And then we have these crazy guys playing on girl teams ideas and in their locker room. That's one of my favorites. And you can go on, John. It doesn't stop. And I don't know how we can listen to the people who scream the loudest and not realize these people are kind of crazy. And they can scream all they want because we hear dogs barking in the street. We can still go to sleep eventually. And we need to quit paying attention to look at the Green Deal. I mean, geez, it's just overwhelming, and the damage it's doing is palpable. We got the drugs coming in, we got crime in the street. I mean, this is not wild-eyed paranoia. This is serious stuff. These people are dangerous to what American values are and how we want to live.
It's John Pudner in Milwaukee, a Take Back Action Fund. We'll tell you I can reach him here in a few moments. Brother Johnny in New Orleans. Kayleigh McEnany, the former White House press secretary this morning.
This is a stunning choice. I imagine there's a lot of cheering at Mar-a-Lago at the moment. Look, Tim Walz, he's no one to scoff at. He unseated a 6-term Republican in Congress. He won a conservative district. He began as a moderate. And then he had a radical transformation as soon as he got a trifecta in Minnesota. I think it is fair to call him a progressive in sheep's clothing. When you look at his record over the last few years, what you see are transgender surgeries for minors, carbon electrical grid by 2040, driver's licenses for illegal immigrants. In function, his abortion policy allows abortion until birth. These are policies that are far to the left of America. And as John McCormick at the Wall Street Journal pointed out, Kamala Harris has to do the exact opposite of what Tim Walz did. Tim Walz became more progressive. Kamala Harris is trying to become more moderate. But Republicans are going to say, you've shed all your progressive policies, but yet you chose a progressive instead of the guy who outperformed Donald Trump and Joe Biden in Pennsylvania, and that man's name is Josh Shapiro.
And Josh Shapiro wasn't picked. The New York Times, this morning, reported, John and Johnny, that apparently his interview, he was asking for more, like, what's my authority going to be? Tim Walz came in and said, I'll do whatever you want. So that's kind of what the New York Times is reporting in the morning, John. So, again, how's Kamala going to say I'm for fracking when she's really not? How's that work?
No, you're right on. And beyond that, it's rare a campaign has a few 70% issues, but the Republicans have them this year. I mean, immigration and the wall is a 70% plus. Israel, 70% plus. These gender issues from men and women's sports, the other ones Johnny's mentioning, and the surgeries, these are 70% issues. So, yeah, as long as, the old joke that Trump will win as long as he talks about anything but himself, I say that tongue-in-cheek, but you got three issues here that 70% agree with you on, and they're on the other side of these. So, this is the opportunity.
Yeah, I think you hammer the issues hard on this one, and make sure everybody knows what their position has been. The opposition, this brand new ticket of radicalism, what their position has been for the last few years. Kamala, I don't know. They say she's a true believer, John. I think she's more of a charlatan. I don't think she really cares about much anything except moving forward. But maybe she's a true believer. I sure don't want her calling the shots. Can you imagine Stevie, Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. Armed Forces? That just doesn't hit. That just doesn't make me warm and fuzzy.
Yeah. Well, they're going to debate, and they're talking about ABC, and, David Muir was going to be the host of that September 10th, I think, and Trump's pushing for a Fox debate 5 days earlier. This morning he said, I'm going to do anything. I got a debater. So he might go into a situation where it's not going to be as friendly as it was for Biden, because CNN people, I thought John Pudner was the hosts there were shockingly fair. But I don't know if it's going to be like that on the next one.
Yeah. Well, I think there's some good negotiating to set up that debate on what it would be accepted to. I mean, basically, Trump was agreeing to their station, but that campaign did a good job of, I think, getting a lot of commitments on what moderators could or couldn't do. So hopefully the same will be true, because, as long as you're not debating two other people who are asking questions, you want a one-on-one. And I do want to say, I don't want conservatives to underestimate her as a debater. I think she really was quite good in some of the Democratic debate. I mean, good, effective. And the thing you always worry about these is the expectation game. I mean, Biden had the worst debate in the history of the country, and anything she does is going to be better than that. It's going to be praised as, this is such an improvement. So just be ready. Don't underestimate.
No, I agree. Totally for that. I'm a reverse trash talker, Johnny. You're the best. You won every speech debate. You're unbelievable. You got A's and you're unreal.
No. She's riding high because she can actually talk, but once you start listening to what she's saying, it gives you pause. So just pay attention to what she's actually saying. Don't revel too long in the fact that she can say it. So
there is that, but I think too, what good, John? You're a strategist, John Pudner. You're a strategist. What good is it when you don't put your person out to take tough questions? You don't have any practice doing it.
Yes, that's true. There's always that argument on, is the side better that sits there in debate, perhaps trying to mock the setting, or Trump's approach, which is normally I'm just going to be out there with people, and that's my practice. So, and hey, both have worked. Sometimes it does work to be prepared. Obviously, Biden kind of being held off for a week, prepping did not work at all, but it does work sometimes. So, she just is a prosecutor, so she has had that kind of practice. And yes, and Johnny's absolutely right. Listen to what she says, and I'm just saying she could leave a decent impression coming out of a debate. And I think you had exactly right. You want to say, oh my gosh, she is the greatest debater in the history of the world. You want the bar there before the debate.
No, absolutely.
Well, I got to say though, the only way she can leave a good impression is to say, we're definitely going to close this border down. I think the president was right. We're going to shut her down. I think we do need to go back to energy. She just got to switch on all those issues or people won't vote for her. And she does that, and no one's going to believe her. So I think we're in a good spot. I like where we are.
All right, cue the band.
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. We're not going to treat people who are undocumented and cross the border as criminals.
You support the Medicare for All bill. It will totally eliminate private insurance.
Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
Assault weapons that are already in circulation. What do you do about those?
We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program.
And then, of course, from 2017, this is a classic.
We have to stay woke. Like, everybody needs to be woke. and you can talk about if you're the wokest or woker.
This is
just stay more woke than less woke.
This is the virus. John, we can't have a virus sweeping America like that. We're not for that. There's just, as you said, 70% issue. We don't want woke.
That's right, and that's the problem with politicians who have been running to win votes in California and then not thinking ahead when winning votes. Need to win votes nationally in a few years. So I'm sure that stuff all sounded good to Californians for the most part.
I'm sure it did.
Well, I'll tell you something, John. If we can't win this one, I think we should just go to the House. So hopefully it'll come out in our favor this time around.
Yeah, it is surprising. I'll play this just for the record. I had made a bold prediction, not so bold, last week. Well, I'll put all my chips, every one of them, on Josh
Tim
Shapiro
Walz
as the VP.
Wow.
Because it doesn't work. I tried to talk over it. Anyway, I did. Now the question is, did they not pick Josh Shapiro because he's Jewish, John, or because he didn't have a good interview with Kamala?
Well, I think it's too. It really is sad that the Democratic Party's in a state where it's such a negative to have Jewish heritage.
Yeah.
My gosh, I mean, who would have thought?
Right.
But let's face it, every president picks someone who they don't think will outshine him, perhaps. And he's pretty impressive guy. So just again, the way he presents and what he's done, and you don't know what goes into it. As you said, you clearly have a VP who's going to be firmly sitting in the back seat and taking orders, and that can appeal to a presidential candidate.
Yep.
Well, I got to say, I don't know what she was thinking, but I can tell you, I believe 27 electoral votes are back in play, because I think he could have swung Pennsylvania for her. And that's a big, big, big deal right now in the way we elect presidents. So.
Okay, John Pudner, how can people find Take Back Action Fund?
Yes, just leave off the word fund in the website. It's takebackaction.org as far as the website. And our top story actually did break down the map. And to Johnny's point exactly, we were saying, boy, it looked like Pennsylvania would go blue if it was Shapiro, which would have meant Wisconsin, right here where I am, looked like the swing vote. So under Shapiro scenario, you've got a picture of the map on the top of takebackaction.org now. That was pre this pick. So I think this does, as you said, put Pennsylvania right back in play. And boy, if Trump wins Pennsylvania, it's over.
Yeah. Do you see any states we wouldn't expect, John, that could swing Trump's way, or several, or any? Or
well, my concern is when people start talking about going after states like Minnesota, they stretch their resources too thin. That's what Clinton did in 2016. I mean, she started thinking, I want to have 380 votes, and she forgot about Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Michigan. So I hate to say, in Michigan, I said, you got to stay right on those states. In Arizona and Nevada out west, I mean, they're... I also in that map on the blog put up, they're except for 9 states, everything's at least a 7 point one way or the other. I mean, you're not going to shift. So let's go after New Hampshire. That's like I just get nervous. If you're winning a New Hampshire or Minnesota or something, you're already blowing them out. So who cares?
I got you.
Keep your resources in the battleground.
How's Arizona look?
Arizona, it's been tighter since she's been in. That's been, the better of the 7 that are going to decide this thing. It's generally been a couple, Trump had gotten several up, and with her, it's, there have been a couple polls with her up 1 or 2, Trump up a couple. So, we're just seeing if this is a way for her. Is this a 2-week thing? And I hate to say, I use the Sarah Palin analogy. When Sarah Palin came in and suddenly it looked like McCain was going to beat Obama, and then it went away. It was 2 weeks of excitement.
Right.
Is that what's happening now, or has she really made this an even race? And that'll take a little longer to see.
Okay, John, appreciate that. Johnny, back to Bible study. Pray for America. That's the key to everything. Divine intervention and God.
Johnny, it's good talking to you, Johnny.
Thank you. Johnny Pudner, anytime you want to call me that.
Appreciate you guys. John Pudner up in Milwaukee, Brother Johnny down in New Orleans, 752. All of our guests appear on the Tapman's Towing phone line. Our Fisher National Bank text line is 217-359-2255. Our weather with meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
And they remind you there's still a lot of great summer programs to tap into. A play day in the park happening at Blair Park after 5:30 tomorrow. Learn more at urbanaparks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Eastern Illinois. Champaign-Urbana this Saturday. Nice spell of summertime weather coming our way for the next several days. Matter of fact, right up to about the middle part of next week. No real hint of autumn in the air, but a cooler spell. There's more heat and humidity showing up and portion of next week and beyond. Meanwhile, remnants of Debbie slowly winding its way up the eastern seaboard. Much cooler, less humid for the day today, becoming partly sunny in that sky condition. The high right around 80, gusty northeast wind. A few clouds for tonight, down to 58. For the day tomorrow, mostly sunny and 81 with a northeast to east breeze. Back down upper 50s for tomorrow night. Sunshine 77 on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, sunny to partly cloudy skies at 76 on Saturday. 77 on Sunday. We're back up near 80 for Monday and Tuesday. More seasonal readings into the low and mid 80s the second half of next week, and maybe a couple of showers and thunderstorms late Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
All right, thank you, Greg. 7:54 in Champaign-Urbana, ESPN 93.3. Our buddy Steve Suderman, who we've been talking for decades, haven't we, Steve? I mean,
it seems so.
I mean, man, and both of us, well, can't talk for me, but you just look the same. What happened? How do you do that?
Well, I like to think my hair is blonde, but it's white.
All right, Good Vibes is where he's at, next to the driver's license facility in Round Barn, Champaign, where you have the big screens, the 8-foot television. Oh, that's unbelievable. And all the Olympic action and beautiful 4K stuff. Man. Wow.
The Olympics has been one of the most enjoyable I can remember. I mean, I'm sorry about women's beach volleyball. They were not going to medal this year for the first time in a long time. But there have been so many happy moments. And just yesterday, Cole Hawker and Gabby Thomas, and of course the Simone and Company, and Ledecky and Husk. I mean, it just goes on and on. Just great moments that are just make you proud, make you excited. USA is number one in medals. They're number one in gold medals. I've mentioned LG OLED TVs maybe every other time I've been on the air with you. I have one. The top-selling C4 series has been drastically reduced just for the Olympics. I almost missed this one. I figured this out last week. It was kind of a quiet sale, and now through Sunday, you can pick up a deal on any LG OLED out of the good series. There's a B series that Costco can have and Best Buy can have. The C series is the better one, better processor, and anywhere from like the 42-inch that I have in my kitchen, which is now the most watched TV in my house because it's good enough to look at.
Yeah,
that's $150 off than what it will be on Monday. The 65-inch is the bestseller, $300 off from what's going to be Sunday. Similar deals on all the LG C4s. The Olympics end Sunday, and so do the OLED deals. You can buy them on our website Sunday when we're closed, and we'll honor the deals.
All right, so $300 off a 65-inch would mean what? $1,200, $1,500? How much?
It's $17.99 for that one, but it's going to be $2,100 back again on Monday.
All right, but the OLED is the difference there. So the deals
Series TV,
and also to keep in mind that if I buy it at the big box store, I'm carrying it out myself. I'm doing all that, and I don't want to do that. I really don't. So you guys can install. You can do all of that.
You might need help with assembly, with programming a remote, or certainly hanging it on the wall and hiding all the wires. We do all that stuff.
If you buy something like that and you have to have your friends come over, you better be really good at it, but you're not going to be as good as these guys. You guys have 30, 40-year guys that know how to do all this. You've done it a zillion times, man. And you're supporting local, my friends. You're supporting local. If you get a problem at a big box store, you call them Butte, Montana's 800 number, and nobody's going to answer. Okay? Nobody. So
1-800 I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. I'm out of. I don't have internet at my house.
Oh.
It's like, okay, Comcast, what's up? You can't find a live person to talk to. There's no live people.
Oh, wow.
So I had to wait.
Let me put your address into the T-Mobile qualifier tool and see if it comes up.
Oh, my goodness.
Might save you some money.
Well, I'm sure it would. There's a lot of choices, and it's like, and you can't get anybody, and you wait 5 days. Do I get a discount on the month? Right?
Boy.
I should.
Yeah, you could refuse to pay, maybe.
I mean, yeah, good luck with that. They're too big. Everything got too big. We can't reach anybody.
My cable, I've got Comcast. The supporting cable broke, they tell me, from the bushes laying on the cable. clean out the bushes. We don't do that. We'll come back. That was a month ago. I've never seen them since. I know a code number that's supposed to go to it, but
well, they came on Sunday and hooked up my neighbor and took me off. And then the van was driving away, and I didn't yell. I should have yelled at him because he could have stopped and fixed it right there. Then you get on the 800 thing. I'm on a tangent. Sorry. Okay, good vibes. Go get these deals. It's unbelievable, and you got the service to back it up. The 8-footer, you still got that in the store?
Oh, heck yes.
And what? That's 10,000. What was that?
It's $79.99. We're right back where it started.
8-foot thin screen. I can't believe they've come up with that. In honor of the Olympics, we bid farewell to, again, a good man, Steve Suderman, working hard at Good Vibes. How can people find you again?
At gvibes.com on the web, at 2010 Round Barn physically, and you can call me at 3510909.
Yep, I'm carrying the banner. Shop Good Vibes, locally owned and operated for over 50-some years. None of us remember. Listen, thank you, my friend. Keep it going.
Thanks, Stevie.
That's a John Williams special.
Yes,
didn't he do Star Wars, too?
is.
Yeah, John Williams.
He's done all the great stuff.
Yeah, just has that whole
orchestral thing going on.
Man. How long does it take to write that?
I know.
Because you have to do the trombone section too, right?
I saw an 85-piece band this summer on the quad just like a week or two ago. It was amazing, and I think they did some John Williams stuff.
Yeah, but don't they write all the parts? You have to do the oboe, the violin, the viola, the cello, the bass, the drums, the percussion. So John Williams has to write all that?
I guess.
Can't you do AI?
AI that, baby.
And why don't we just do the AI and say, write me a song that sounds like this? Dun, 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 dun. Would that do it? Maybe so. I could compose music. All right,
Stevie,
we are back.
Me up.
Diane Ducey, I'm Stevie J. We're going to break for the news and come right back. ESPN 93.5. It's coming up just seconds away from 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK, ESPN 93.5, Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
He's a smarter version of her. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's former President Trump's reaction to Vice President Harris picking Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as their running mate.
He's a very liberal man, and he's a shocking pick, and I'm thrilled. I could not be more thrilled.
Telling Fox and Friends the Democratic ticket's radical left.
This is the worst team ever assembled for a Jewish person or for Israel, either one.
And the former president says his rivals will be bad for border security and soft on crime. This the day after Walz campaigned by Vice President Harris's side in Philadelphia, saying this about the Trump-Vance Republican ticket.
These guys are creepy and, yes, just weird as hell.
He also said the former president mocks our laws, sows division and chaos, and
he never sat at that kitchen table like the one I grew up at, wondering how we were going to pay the bills. He sat at his country club in Mar-a-Lago, wondering how he can cut taxes for his rich friends.
And the former president reacted directly to that on Fox this morning.
Those people are all voting for me, the people that he's talking about with the kitchen table.
And the former President Trump says it's very important he and Vice President Harris debate each other. Today, the Harris-Walz ticket will campaign in Wisconsin, then Michigan, the same places that Trump running mate J.D. Vance will go. A progressive House Democrat won't be back in Congress next year. Cori Bush primaried out in Missouri, losing to Wesley Bell.
Bell was backed by a number of pro-Israel groups who were frustrated with Bush's criticism of the key U.S. ally, including accusing Israel of war crimes in Gaza. Bush had a message for the pro-Israel lobbying group AIPAC, saying she wants to tear its kingdom down.
What you didn't want to do was allow me to get radicalized even more.
Bush is now the second squad member to lose a primary this election cycle.
That's Fox's Ryan Schmelz. Tropical storm Debbie forecast to move back over the coast and move up the next several days. It's still off the Carolinas. It's dropped over 2 feet of rain, flooding some areas. America's listening to Fox News.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Well, the rebound could continue on Wall Street. Dow futures up just over 300 points, about the same amount the Dow rose yesterday after Monday's 1,000-point Dow plunge and a global sell-off over recession fears. A controversial law transgender rights advocates are fighting in Ohio allowed to take effect.
A new law will ban transgender and hormone therapies for minors unless they're already receiving it and a doctor rules it's dangerous to stop. It also bans transgender athletes from taking part in girls' and women's sports in schools. Ohio state lawmakers enacted the measure in January after overriding a veto by Republican Governor Mike DeWine. The law has faced legal challenges, but Tuesday's ruling by a county judge cleared the way for the ban to go into effect. The American Civil Liberties Union of Ohio says they'll appeal. Tom Graham, Fox News.
The EPA has just taken action to ban a pesticide.
The Environmental Protection Agency has issued an emergency order to stop the use of dimethyl tetrachloroterephthalate, also known as DCPA. It's the first time in 40 years that such an action has been taken by the EPA. DCPA is a pesticide used to kill weeds on crops like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, and onions. It's been used in the U.S. since the late 50s and can linger in the soil, contaminating crops later grown in those fields. It can affect pregnant farm workers or others exposed to DCPA, changing fetal thyroid hormone levels linked to low birth weight, impaired brain development, and impaired motor skills later in life. Many may not have known they were exposed to the chemical. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
At the Paris Olympics, the U.S. remains by far the medal leader with 86, 24 of them gold. In baseball, the Chicago White Sox finally won, beating Oakland 5-1 to end a 21-game losing streak that was tied for the longest in American League history. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. University of Illinois has had a long-standing relationship with IDOT dating back to the 40s, which has provided students with more opportunities for transportation. Chicago, considered the hub of transportation in America. That's why IDOT has continued its partnership by signing a $48 million agreement, which is aimed at growing sustainability research. Illinois getting rid of the state grocery tax. Governor Pritzker signed a measure into law that eliminates the state tax on grocery items. The 1% state tax will be repealed across all of Illinois. Although local governments have the option of imposing tax on a local basis by ordinance, the tax will take effect on January 1st, 2026. Western Illinois University staff facing potential layoffs. WIU Board of Trustees voting on whether to approve the proposed layoffs. The possible cuts come as the university needs to reduce spending by $20 million in order to help balance their budget. Students and staff rallied in efforts to save their jobs. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Texter says, did I just hear that you're out of Comcast 5 days? Yikes. If you have i3 broadband in your area, you should look into... I have i3 broadband in my yard. They dug in my yard. So it makes sense that I would go i3 broadband, right?
Someone else had suggested Starlink or something?
I think it's a satellite-y thing, but I'm not sure. There are different options. MF Wireless, our buddies, Brian and Devin.
Yeah.
They're getting fiber for farmers.
Yeah.
And they're on our tower in Tolono.
Right.
And that's a deal. If you're in the farm, you've never had fiber, but that's what they're doing, and that's gone crazy.
Absolutely.
But he's just not servicing my house yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm definitely going into the i3 broad. They're in my yard. I got a box in. They should have given it to me free because they
with them,
dug up my yard,
right
man.
After the show. We're putting that on our to-do
ranting
list.
and raving there, Soye. Just so frustrating. It's just how it's a First Nation issue where you're complaining about your speed of your internet. We all remember you've got mail. And that's what it was. Remember how excited we were, Soye, to get online first time? And, And I'm
back in the day, eh?
Yeah, the dial-up.
Yep.
And you're so excited because you didn't have to go to the library because you could look it up here. I just told AI.
What's my CompuServe account number and password and all that?
Right.
I just went to AI, and we're still learning about the power of AI. artificial intelligence. So I asked AI if Keegan Feagin, our running back for Illinois, who's 6'3", 250. They said he can run 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, we got a text in from Tony about this.
I don't know if he can run 20 miles an hour because that would compute according to AI, doing all the math here in front of me.
But Athletic Magazine called him, kind of a freak of nature.
Well, maybe he is, but you can't run a 4.0940. That's more like a 4.2 is possible, but not a 4.09. That would be 0.2 faster than anybody I've ever heard. I don't know. Maybe the guy at 250 pounds, would you put on the pads and go try and tackle that? No way, man.
No. Well, you know what? If I tried it once, that would be it. I'm out with I'm done.
I mean,
what about the bubble wrap?
I'm to the next Earth out there.
I mean,
over the helmets and things bubble wrap all around my body.
To save all the injuries, they could all play football in the sumo suits.
Right.
Yeah. That would be entertaining. Boing.
That might be a little bit, problematic in November and, the late portion of the season and the colder climb.
That's right.
At some point, you just lay down. You don't even get up. My little costume still hurts.
You get the white flag out.
Weather brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements, specializing in siding, windows, doors, roofing. KramerSiding.com.
All right, Mr. Greg Sorley, our meteorologist. We've noted that we are 3 weeks from tomorrow from Illinois football as we cruise through August.
Wow.
Amazing. Wow.
Yay.
Man.
and the longer range weather maps and charts still have a lot of summertime. So I'm going to already go on record. I don't have the schedule in front of me, whether it's here or there or wherever it may be. Warm to hot. How's that for late August around here?
Yeah, that's a good call.
There you thank you. Yeah, folks, there are still lots of summertime to go in this little cool snap and easing of maybe the fan and the power and the air conditioning bill for a few days around here. Yeah, the fall sky is kind of lookish, the low stratus out there, but this too shall pass. Readings are in the 60s this morning, and we ought to be that way for an August 7. So it's a much cooler, less humid day's worth of weather. This is cool front number 1 having pushed through the area. Skies will turn partly sunny, up around 80. The average high this time of the year is about 83, 84, so just a few shy. Northeast breeze is refreshing. A few clouds tonight, 58, mostly sunny, and 81 tomorrow. We'll get one more little wind shift to come here by daybreak on Friday, and hence slightly cooler air still there at 77 on Friday, 76 on Saturday, back to the upper 70s on Sunday, and we begin to rack up additional growing degree day units. There's still lots of summertime to go for the rest of August and well through September around here. Don't worry about it on the back 40. Monday high of 79 up to about 81 on Tuesday. We're back into the 80s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and maybe a couple of thunderstorms in spots late next week as well. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All righty. Okay, so our text line, we have text here that we've not gotten to, 217-359-2255. We talked all about Tim Walz, W-A-L-Z, the governor of Minnesota. It is by a long, long way the furthest left ticket ever in the history of our country. It's very far left.
So there has been some clarification about that 40. Running 40 requires accelerating from 0. You're assuming full speed the whole time.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So there are guys on the team who have hit 21 miles per hour zoinks. I think, again...
okay, I get it. So you're at full speed, you're running a 4-second 40.
That's right.
Okay, that's fair. I get it. But that's shocking.
It is.
If you're 250 pounds and you look like you're Keegan Feagin, you're like going against some pistons that would be legs. That would hurt a lot. You don't think about it. The guy tackles you, but he's got to get up from that himself. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's going to get the ball a lot, and he just has to stay healthy. But I would think that's a good running back to have to offset the passing. I don't know our receivers. I think we got Pat Bryant, which I think is supposed to be our star. So let's see what we got with Eastern Illinois 3 weeks from tomorrow.
That's right.
Are we getting off at noon? How do we tailgate?
I mean, it's 8 p.m. start, so technically speaking, if you tiptoe out a little early, like 4, you could still have 2 or 3 hours and then go into the game.
You still got to smell that barbecue. You got to put the stuff. There won't be football unless you smell
the people who are preparing.
You got to do the smelling thing.
And I feel like no matter what, on the tailgate days, they're opening the lot at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And, people are already taking the day off.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe even August 28th. We're looking at August 28th for Pia's, and that'll be
live
fun.
broadcast.
I know.
We love going to Pia's.
The day before.
Yeah.
And to set up that game. So, and then we're looking at the homecoming weekend, also the 100th Memorial Stadium in October, and then the Dad's Day weekend is the first weekend of November. So we're always talking with Eric Myers on stuff like that. So that's going to be fun. Now, as we talk about the text line here at 359-2255, the Fisher National Bank text line, Kelly had mentioned you wait till Joe steps down and they make Kamala Harris president. This place will be upside down with the woke liberalism. Have a great day.
Okay.
So there's that. And then Derek had chimed in saying, I'm sick of hearing that people don't like the man Trump. A lot of us don't like our bosses, but we respect them. And he ran our nation to the best it could be economically, militarily, with secure and safe borders, as well as other nations respecting us or fearing us. Now we're the joke of the world under Biden's administration, and we're taking in everyone's criminals and problems. Trump does not need this job. He is doing this to save our nation for everyone's future.
Good text from Dirk from where? Muhammad?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. All right, 814, you're welcome to chime in, 217-359-2255. You want to jump on the Fisher National Bank text line, we'll do that. 814, sports headlines.
Actually, Chris in Homer had said, it'll be great seeing Simone Biles at the Bears games this year. The Chiefs can have their Taylor Swift. So we do have a little bit of a thing going on there with... It's Jonathan, I can't remember.
Defensive back, cornerback,
right?
Something like that, yeah.
And actually, he had taken off from some of the Bears' practices to be in the Olympics with his wife, Simone Biles.
Will she be in the press box and shown a lot?
Right.
Or if you see her on the sideline, you won't see her. She's 4'8".
Right.
So the sideline is not where you want to be. She has to be on the booth and show,
right.
Show her there a lot. No, Taylor Swift definitely has the, and I don't think Simone sings, so... There's that.
The husband's height.
But then Taylor doesn't have any medals either. So.
5'11". Jonathan Owens is his name.
He's only 5'11". He looks 9 foot tall next to her.
Grew up in St. Louis. He's with the Chicago Bears, but had been with the Green Bay Packers.
All right, so we got our own celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
All the Bears games on Q96, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
we got
right.
Bears radio. And the good broadcast of the Bears. We've got them Chicago the Bears.
That's right.
And we don't pick teams up unless they win, so we're excited.
And there's been some trends about that Hard Knocks show that started last night on HBO. So, and they're saying good stuff about Caleb Williams and the coach, Matt Eberflus, that he's in the right spot.
All right.
So there you go. St. Louis Cardinals over the Tampa Bay Rays 4-3. Should we get the Redbird recap?
Sure.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney, and last night the Cardinals trailed 2-0 after one inning. But in the second inning with 2 outs, a hit for Pajes. The first Major League home run for Victor Scott the second. Mason Wynn was hit by a pitch. Tommy Pham hit a 2-run homer, and the Cardinals beat the Tampa Bay Rays 4-3.
Great inning for the Cardinals offensively, but it was also great work by Sonny Gray, who despite having a bad first inning where he threw 30 pitches, was somehow able to get through 7 innings, and he left with the lead. Brian Helsley was able to pick up the save to give Sonny Gray the victory.
And in between, Andrew Kittredge, the former Ray, had a 1-2-3 eighth inning.
He pitched great, very good defense again for the Cardinals.
Now Eric Fetty will make his home debut for his new team, the Cardinals. He'll pitch tonight against the Rays.
And the Cardinals go for a series win. They need to keep doing that.
We're on the air tonight beginning at 5:50. 6:35, Ricky will have the lineups and go over the pitching matchup. And at 6:45, I'll tell you about the first pitch by Eric Fetty.
You know they play 162 games?
Yes.
There's like 50 left.
I know.
Almost season's rolling through
Cubs
here.
win over Minnesota 7-3. They've got a day game as that series continues with a 1:20 start over on US 105.9.
All right. Saving is a step to building a stronger future. Whether establishing a college fund, saving for retirement, building an emergency fund, Busey encourages you to begin your path to savings today. Why don't you create a budget? This is what we need for food. This is our taxes. This is our rent. This is our mortgage, whatever it is. And of course, you can determine your income pretty easily. This is what we bring in. Then you try and figure out, okay, let's see if we can stick on this thing, little flex in there. Busey can sit with you and help you with all that and save as much as you can, obviously. I know it's hard these days. Busey eBank, you can control and monitor finances online. Busey mobile app, manage in finances and track spending anytime, anywhere. And big change. Save a little every day through quarters and stuff. That stuff adds up. It really is helpful. Get started on your savings goals today with the innovative products and services at Busey. You can go to Busey.com for more resources or stop by one of their many convenient locations today. Busey for over 155 years. Same name in our county.
Mm-hmm.
Member FDIC. Check your meteorologist Greg Solier with our weather.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign and Ben Nevis. Saturday, nice, pleasant change in weather for the next 5 to 7 days of cooler, drier Canadian air. There's more heat and humidity showing up, though, the second half of next week and beyond. So today and going beyond, much cooler, less humid for the day today. Skies becoming partly sunny, the high right around 80 with a gusty northeasterly wind. Good sleeping weather for tonight. A few clouds, dawn temperatures down at 58. Light northeast wind for the day tomorrow. Sunshine, northeast to east breeze and a high at 81. Upper 50s here again tomorrow night. Sunshine for the day on Friday up to 77. Sunny to partly cloudy skies for the weekend at 76 on Saturday. A Sunday high up near 77 degrees, back up near 80 on Monday. Clouds increase next Tuesday. Probably a couple of showers, maybe a thunderstorm the second half of next week with daytime temperatures back to more seasonal levels into the lower and middle 80s and nights in the 60s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
When your pipes are in a pinch and your drains are feeling the strain, who do you call? The plumbing pros, of course. At Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, they're your reliable partners in all things plumbing. From leaky faucets to clogged drains, they can get any problem you have cleaned up and taken care of. Their licensed plumbers are on call 24/7, ready to swoop in and save the day whenever a plumbing emergency strikes. Don't let a plumbing problem ruin your day. Call at 217-841-4728 or visit them online at dogtownheatingandair.com. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
Okay, we're going to take our Fox Business, and the markets went down 1,000, then they went back up a bunch.
Yep.
So it's not over. It's just,
right.
You're not out of the woods here. Generally, these kinds of things, when you have a big hit like that, it kind of goes back and forth, then it goes back down a little bit. So let's just see. It'll open in about 10 minutes. People are watching. Make sure they still got money at the end of the day. Fox Business now, 820 ESPN 93.5.
I'm Stuart Varney, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Stock futures are recovering more ground after Monday's sell-off. Fed officials have been attempting to calm Wall Street's concerns about its ability to prevent a recession. In Japan, where an interest rate increase contributed to the sell-off, a Bank of Japan official says it will not increase rates when financial and capital markets are unstable. The Mortgage Bankers Association says its average for a 30-year fixed rate declined to 6.55% for the week ending August 2nd, the lowest level since May of last year. Walt Disney's streaming services made a profit for the first time in the recent quarter. Earnings topped expectations, though Disney also is seeing softer demand for its theme parks. Streaming includes Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
It's time to take the quiz. 5 questions, 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week.
History, pop culture, science, sports, civics. How much do you know? Let's find out.
Who was the first person to walk on the moon?
Jackson or something?
Neil Armstrong.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox and then listen to the quiz podcast to find out how you did.
Play, share, and of course, listen to The Quiz right now at thequiz.fox.
Solar companies are on the rise, here today and gone tomorrow. Rector Solar and Roofing family roots back 4 generations, living and working in Central Illinois, with the goal to take the confusion out of replacing a roof or adding solar panels to your home or business. With all the incentives and rebates now available, solar is more affordable than ever. Let a knowledgeable representative take the worry and guesswork out of solar and get a free quote. Discover the Rector Factor for solar. Call 217-281-7000 or visit rectorsolar.com.
Tapman's Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. Please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
The free 20th annual Meadowbrook Park Jazz Walk is September 6th. The walk runs from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. in the Wandell Sculpture Garden. Enjoy jazz ensemble music at various stations in the most unique setting around. Enter Meadowbrook Park off Race Street and get ready for a fantastic evening of jazz music and public art. Go to urbanaparks.org for details. The Meadowbrook Park Jazz Walk on September 6th. Urbana Park District. You belong here.
Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Dodgers visit Busch Stadium the weekend of August 16th through the 18th, and you won't want to miss this blockbuster matchup. The Hollywood stars from LA go head-to-head with Mason Wynn, Wilson Contreras, and the Redbirds. Plus, there are great giveaways you won't want to miss, like the popular Cardinals belt bag. That's the Dodgers and Cardinals, August 16th through the 18th at Busch Stadium. Great seats remain. Get yours today at Cardinals.com.
This is Wilson Contreras, San Luis Cardinal, for the Lou.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
All right, 824 ESPN 93.5. If you're on social media, and we kind of all are, it's entertaining, but you better make sure stuff is true. I've seen pictures of Kamala Harris, and they're not real, but AI is so good.
It is.
You can fake voice, you can fake pictures, and then people spread those around. So it's a battle to know what's fact, what's not fact.
Yes, it is.
And you just got to be careful when you see something, you think it's a bombshell against Trump, it's a bombshell against Kamala. Make sure it's true, because there's a lot of fake going on. You know what else is going on fake? There's a lot of bank fraud. It is unbelievable, the departments that have to be formed and the securities that have to be taken to secure your money. And it's not like they're stealing it from any other place around here. They're taking it from other countries. We're a worldwide market now, and there's smart people that are stealing. And it's just unbelievable the times we are in. I mean, it really is. Glad we're here with you. Good always to get to talk to you every day. We have a lot of people jumping on Facebook, not necessarily live, but through the day.
Yes.
There's a kid. You ever hear of Aiden Ross? Aiden? Aiden Ross.
Okay.
This is a kid that does live, whatever they're called, live somethings, live chats, live.
Internet personality and online streamer.
All right. He does live streams. He has millions of people watching him. And he did an hour with Donald Trump. And he's a Trump fan. But, I mean, it got into just all kinds of stuff, and I understand, I saw part of it, that he really was good. And we're talking about a 20-year-old kid who's just
he's 23.
Young guy to get that kind of thing going.
Total views on some of this stuff, 1.4 billion. I guess he's really good at some of the Grand Theft Auto games and stuff like that.
He's got a following.
Okay.
So Donald Trump sat down with him in Mar-a-Lago, and it's so different. It's not like this big network. It's just sitting there kind of casually, and then he showed a picture of people and said, "Give me your one word on these people." That kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then did they give him a vehicle? It looked like an amazing vehicle that they might have given Trump for doing it. I think the guy's a bazillionaire by now.
Uh-huh.
And so then they got in there and they were
gives Trump a Cybertruck and a Rolex.
So how much money do you have? As if Donald Trump needs a Cybertruck and a Rolex. But they got in a car and then they had a camera on the dashboard, and now they're picking songs. The president.
Wow, that'd be fun.
And so then he said, we got to do a dance. And then they did YMCA, but they didn't play any of the music because it must have been rights fees or something.
Okay.
So what Trump does that little jig with his fists.
Uh-huh.
So he's doing that with him too.
Okay.
He garnered some votes out of that.
Okay.
Because it showed that, he's not this big bad bear everybody's making him out to be.
That Tesla Cybertruck, I feel like I've seen that around town.
It's quite the machine.
Mm-hmm.
So no gas on that one either.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, will they ever come up, by the way, random, will they ever come up with a way to charge a car like a phone? because the holdback is infrastructure, and then you have to go to wherever it has a station, and it's a half an hour to charge it. And
Is it just a half an hour? I thought it was hours.
No, I think they got it down to a half an hour, but it still costs like $20, so it's not free.
Right.
So it's not like $50 or 40 or whatever you're paying for gas, but it's still $20.
Well, the sticker price on this Cybertruck is $60,990.
Okay, it's a nice gift for doing the interview.
Right.
We'd probably do that for that. We'll come interview us.
If you get the high end, there's $100,000.
Just all the bells and whistles.
All the trim.
Yeah. So this kid, Aiden Ross, you're going to look him up and see the interview. I think it's an hour long. A 23-year-old kid.
And it's A-D-I-N.
A-D-I-N. Okay. Yeah, I'd never heard of him before, but I guess, in fact, Donald Trump sat there and said, Barron says hi. He's a big fan.
Oh, wow.
His son, Barron.
Yes,
and then,
of course. That's right in the zone.
Aiden said, hey, Barron, good to have you listen. He's a good guy. He's tall, like 6'8".
Okay.
And Barron Trump is like 6'8".
Huh.
How would that work? Would he play basketball? Do you have to have Secret Service go to all the games?
Yeah, he's probably low key and just hangs
What about
low.
that? I mean, but what about that life? I mean, you're 6'8". Obviously, people are saying, how's it up there? How's the weather? All that stuff. How's the weather up? But, I mean, you could obviously have an advantage in basketball. I guess he just got out of high school, so I don't think he played anything. How would you play that? If you're interested in being in chorus and band, and you got to have Secret Service. If you're 14 when Donald Trump was president, he's 14 years old. What do you do at school? You don't have those activities, right? I mean, you have to have protection. Somebody could take the president's son, so you have to have Secret Service. So how's that work on the field where the bass drummer runs into Barron Trump, and was it intentional? You got to run out there and say, are you okay? I don't know. So those things, I don't know why I think of stuff like that.
I don't either.
Kind of a logistics thing. But you forget about the families that are involved in all this.
Yeah,
stuff,
that's right.
and how their lives are changed forever, for sure. All right, the news coming up. Another half hour to go. ESPN 93.5. It is 8:29. News, weather, sports next.
Sticky nights and stuffy rooms make it hard to enjoy your home during the summertime? Call Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing to make sure your air conditioning is working at its peak performance. Tune up your AC by joining the maintenance program and get all the perks it has to offer. Call Dogtown to come out for a no-cost quote to upgrade your system today with a Lennox high-efficiency system that will be sure to save you money on your energy bills and let you relax comfortably. Call 217-841-4728 or visit dogtownheatingandair.com. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Former President Trump says he's thrilled with his opponent, Vice President Harris, choosing Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as running mate.
This is a ticket that would want this country to go communist immediately, if not sooner.
He was on Fox and Friends.
Donald Trump sees the world a little differently than us.
Governor Walz at a rally with the Vice President in Philadelphia. The progressive Missouri House Democrat Cori Bush loses her primary to St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell.
Progressives should actually make progress.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz.
Bell was backed by a number of pro-Israel groups who were frustrated with Bush's criticism of the key U.S. ally. Bush is now the second squad member to lose a primary this election cycle.
The first was New York Congressman Jamal Bowman. He lost his primary in June to a more moderate Democrat. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois getting rid of the state grocery tax. Governor Pritzker signed a measure into law that eliminates the state tax on grocery items. The 1% state tax will be repealed across all of Illinois, although local governments have the option of imposing tax on a local basis by ordinance. The tax will take effect on January 1st, 2026. Western Illinois University staff facing potential layoffs. WIU Board of Trustees voting on whether to approve the proposed layoffs. The possible cuts come as the university needs to reduce spending spending by $20 million in order to help balance their budget. Students and staff rallied in efforts to save their jobs. University of Illinois has had a long-standing relationship with IDOT dating back to the 40s, which has provided students with more opportunities for transportation. Chicago, considered the hub of transportation in America. That's why IDOT has continued its partnership by signing $40 million agreement, which is aimed at growing sustainability research. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
If you're looking for a great job, Spring Green is looking for you. Full-time, benefits and overtime, outside all day, work independently. How about full health insurance and a chance at matching funds for your 401k? Yes, Spring Green, your neighborhood lawn care team, serving all over Central Illinois. It's a great job, and if you're interested, connect with S. Imke, S-I-M-M-K-E at spring-green.net. S. Imke at spring-green.net.
Back by popular demand in 2024, it's the Cardinals Belt Bag. On Sunday, August 18th, the Cardinals are going to host the Los Angeles Dodgers. And on that day, 25,000 fans ages 16 and older will take home an exclusive belt bag thanks to Phillips 66. That's Sunday, August 18th. The Cardinals, the Dodgers, and the popular Cardinals Belt Bag giveaway. Get your tickets today at cardinals.com/promotions.
This is Alec Burleson, St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
So again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and Ben Nevis, Saturday, nice, pleasant change in weather for the next 5 to 7 days of cooler, drier Canadian air. There's more heat and humidity showing up, though, the second half of next week and beyond. So today and going beyond, much cooler, less humid for the day today. Skies becoming partly sunny, the high right around 80 with a gusty northeasterly wind. Good sleeping weather for tonight. A few clouds, dawn temperatures down to 58. Light northeast wind for the day tomorrow. Sunshine, northeast to east breeze and a high at 81. Upper 50s here again tomorrow night. Sunshine for the day on Friday up to 77. Sunny to partly cloudy skies for the weekend at 76 on Saturday. A Sunday high up near 77 degrees. Back up near 80 on Monday. Clouds increase next Tuesday. Probably a couple of showers, maybe a thunderstorm the second half of next week with daytime temperatures back to more seasonal levels into the lower and middle 80s and nights in the 60s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Jets is hiring. Call 217-352-9992 or stop into 1907 West Springfield Avenue near Round Barn in Champaign. Jets is open till 10 p.m., Fridays and Saturdays till midnight. Are you looking for a side hustle? Here's Josh from Jets talking about the benefits of doing deliveries.
When I was a delivery driver, it was amazing how much the actual amount of money I had just shot right up. It's hard to describe. You have money in your pocket every single day.
For details on joining the team, visit jetspizza.com.
It'd be a bite out of the pizza problem. I couldn't deliver.
But you said you could mush it together and make it look like a perfect rectangle, like the Jets pizzas are.
But if you saw my teeth imprint, that would give it away. Have to file it down,
just
or
have to kind
at
of
the corner, just
smush it together, like you said.
Yeah, and they don't. Nobody opens it, so just hand it to them, run. And they probably put my tip online.
In fact, I went out with Josh from Jets Pizza to deliver.
How good is the smell in that car?
Real good.
That's what I'm talking about. So you could never be a pizza delivery person for Jets going hungry.
But you can actually get a huge discount on your food.
Well, then
and
you
have
eat
plenty
before you deliver.
In between your deliveries.
You have to eat.
But my point to this was, people have those Ring doorbells where everything's recorded and stuff like that. And you don't really have much of an exchange with people anymore on that delivery job. He set it in a place where you could see the pizza,
with the ring, huh?
And then ring the doorbell and left.
With the tips online?
And then mostly, yes.
Right.
And then also it took a picture of it, so it went to his records that he delivered the pizza, just in case there was any kind of discrepancies on their end.
What about
saying somebody lifted my food?
What about the 2-3 dogs that run the neighborhood? Because everybody has
they
that.
They don't do that anymore.
Who?
Dogs don't run the neighborhood.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Not like back in the old days.
Not
when
like
I
back
had
in the old
pack
days.
on my porch.
But you better put it up high because those dogs can smell that puppy a long way away. And that box is going to be empty. That'll be on the Ring doorbell, too. 8:37, Kayleigh McEnany, former press secretary for Donald Trump, on the pick of Tim Walz as vice presidential candidate for Kamala Harris.
This is a stunning choice. I imagine there's a lot of cheering at Mar-a-Lago at the moment. Look, Tim Walz, he's no one to scoff at. He unseated a 6-term Republican in Congress. He won a conservative district. He began as a moderate. And then he had a radical transformation as soon as he got a trifecta in Minnesota. I think it is fair to call him a progressive in sheep's clothing. When you look at his record over the last few years, what you see are transgender surgeries for minors, carbon electrical grid by 2040, driver's licenses for illegal immigrants. In function, his abortion policy allows abortion until birth. These are policies that are far to the left of America. And as John McCormick at the Wall Street Journal pointed out, Kamala Harris has to do the exact opposite of what Tim Walz did. Tim Walz became more progressive. Kamala Harris is trying to become more moderate. But Republicans are going to say, you've shed all your progressive policies, but yet you chose a progressive instead of the guy who outperformed Donald Trump and Joe Biden in Pennsylvania, and that man's name is Josh Shapiro.
Yep, I think a lot of people thought Josh Shapiro. I did. But we'll see. I mean, again, I present them as, hey, formidable. They're really good speakers, but you have to look at what they believe. So in this case, I don't care if Kamala's black or not black. I don't care if her family had a plantation in Jamaica with slaves. I don't care. Push the policy. Just push the record. Push what Biden-Harris has done. Push the border. Push crime, inflation, cost of everything. Just hit the policy. This is a layup from the standpoint of strategy. Donald Trump generally can't stay on the page. Generally can't do that. He just gets into his thing about, I just don't think you need it this time. You just need to hit about who they are. And say, if you're comfortable with boys playing on girls' teams, if you're comfortable with kids changing their gender and mutilation, all that stuff, then you got your team. This is what they believe. And if they were to win, this would embolden them, and this policy of what I think is wokeism, this virus would spread quickly like COVID. This would be bad. Because then the country would go so much more in the direction of, environment, climate change versus crime, inflation, border. We'd have such an influx of new people. The fentanyl will keep killing more people. The border is a big fentanyl thing. That's how it's coming in. So we have a big choice here. Whether you want to stop the wokeism, and 2 of the squad have lost now. Cori Bush yesterday in St. Louis. So 2 of the squad's far left. Tim Walz is far left. He's just not a squad member. So he let Minneapolis burn. That's well documented. Did not allow the National Guard to come in and calm it down. He just said, that's what happens when not diverse and don't have equity. This is inevitable. What's going to happen in America? I mean, he's way out there. So I don't know why she picked him. Josh Shapiro had been formidable, a Jewish man, a little more moderate, still very liberal, but a really good speaker. Maybe there's that whole don't outshadow me, but I don't think it's going to take a lot to outshadow Kamala Harris. I just don't. If you get on the debate stage and say, please explain to me what you think inflation is, what causes inflation, and what you're going to do about it. Trump says, I'm going to get the energy prices down. That's going to cause the truckers to charge less, and then the food will be less. All that is a domino. So the drill, baby, drill is what you're going to do to get energy prices down, which is going to help inflation because all the costs are going to come down. And then we got to control how much we spend. There is that. So anyway, we will see. But get deep into the issues with Kamala on a debate stage. But her not answering a question from the media in 17 days, I don't think it helps her.
Right.
If I'm going to run for a marathon, I better practice. I better run 2 miles and 4 miles and 6 miles. You better get somebody in there and show me how you can handle the really fair question of, if you weren't the border czar, why are there 8 million people here? Why did the Biden-Harris team allow so many across? And then you can get into, well, we're an empathetic country and we want to help those that are seeking asylum and all these things, but there's so many bad people we don't know about. And they're releasing people with records and there's just no accounting for it. It doesn't make any sense. No common sense in, you wouldn't take the front door off of your home because you'd be afraid for the safety of your family. You shouldn't take the back door off the United States because you don't know what's coming in. Clearly there are terrorists among us. Clearly there are cells working for bad things right now. And we have no idea where they are, who they are.
So just a quick online search has this article saying there's reminders of why I fear Democrats, especially California Democrats like Harris, who have little experience working across the party lines.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, is she going to get things done when she's in there? Because she won't take a meeting. She doesn't want to hear it from other people.
And if
we need somebody who's going to help heal this country, to me.
If it's true that she doesn't put the work in for the briefings and prepare for this, prepare for that, that's just not very good. Listen, I think she's very good with a teleprompter in front of an adoring crowd. To be fair, though, I think any of us would be. Walk out there, oh, darn, thank you, dang, wow, thank you, you guys are great. That kind of adulation. That just must be an amazing high that you get very rarely, if ever, in your life.
That's right.
So they're getting that every place they go. Are they converting people, or are these people that are relieved Joe Biden's gone? I think it's more Joe Biden's gone and she can speak. Good news. And listen, this Tim Walz has energy, right? He's a coach. He pumps you up, all that. So you've got that. This is a ticket that is way better than Biden-Harris. All right, 8:43.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Tapman's Towing reminds all Illini fans, when you're on the road and see lights flashing, move over and use caution passing. Let's all get home safe tonight.
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less.
Jesse with Lands Underground Solutions. Did you know we specialize in underground sewer, water, and drainage pipes? We install and repair the water lines coming in your house or building and the sewer and septic lines leaving your house. From water lines, sewer lines, or drain lines, or even your septic system, Lands Underground has the solution for your problem. Residential, commercial, and industrial, Lands Underground has a solution for you. Lands Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Looking for the perfect pair of boots? Come on down to Pard's Western Shop in Urbana. With an amazing selection that fits every style, Pard's has the perfect pair waiting for you the next time you're hitting the rodeo or stepping out in style. They've got great deals and sale prices on men's cowboy boots, girls' cowgirl boots, and kids' boots. And their friendly staff will make sure you leave with the boots you love. Pard's Western Shop, serving its customers with high-quality merchandise since 1968. Go see them today at 306 North Maple Street in Urbana.
8:46 sports headline.
Well, when it comes to the Olympics, we have been seeing some wins. USA volleyball in full form. I know when we had Steve Suderman on, he was talking about the beach volleyball, but Jordan Poulter's on in the inside volleyball, and we won in straight sets. USA soccer over Germany, 1-0. Team USA over Brazil, 122-87 to move on to the semifinals where they'll face Serbia. In track, Gabby Thomas has come up. There's just a lot in track. If you want to relive some of these moments on YouTube or whatever, it's been great seeing all the medals coming in, topping the count at 86 right now and 24 gold to top that now. China next with 60. So, yeah, go Team USA. And, it just feels good to have America well represented.
They're dominating the medal count.
I mean, 86 to 60 is the next.
That's over China.
Like 26.
And we have the most gold now, right?
I know.
Yeah.
So awesome. All wins all around, including the Chicago White Sox, Stevie.
Shocking.
5-1 over the Oakland A's. What happened? Can you imagine, just trying to turn it around and then you get a win? That must feel so good.
Yeah, it does, I'm sure. Better than what they were doing. But
losing streak, finally.
It's not one of those jumping up and down moments. It's just walk off the field and feel better a little bit, maybe. Because you're just not real good.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
And then the Cubs and White Sox have a series for Friday and Saturday and not Sunday.
No, Sunday
for the Cubs off and the Cardinals.
I would say that's never happened.
I don't think so.
In modern day baseball, it's never happened where the Cubs and Cardinals have been off on Sunday.
But good for the teams to have a day to kind of breathe right here in the middle of August. It's unusual. Have a Sunday off, go to church with the family, whatever. Yeah. Cubs over Minnesota 7-3 yesterday. Imanaga evidently retired the first 10 hitters and batters, whatever. So, he led off really well.
Here's one of the new players for the Cubbies.
Okay.
And he was big last night.
Pablo Lopez deals. Here's a fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Margot, near the wall, at the fence. That ball is gone. 3-run homer, Isa Paredes.
Isa Paredes. New big hitter for the Cubs.
Okay.
Let's go get hot. All right, it is 8:49. One more time, Greg's weather next.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
If you're in the market for a new car battery, you could go to one of those big box stores, except there's no guarantee you'll be served by an actual car expert.
Clean up in aisle 3.
You could pick a battery off the shelf, except it might be close to expiring. Or you could just come into Interstate. Don't make a big box store blunder. With competitive prices and a more personal, reliable approach, Interstate Batteries is the clear-cut choice if you want to guarantee yourself a new and trustworthy car battery. They're open and ready to serve you at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign.
Your favorite Mexican restaurant, El Toro on West Springfield in Champaign, is still open 7 days a week despite the construction on West Springfield. If you're craving those mouth-watering Mexican dishes, just enter from the east. When you see the barricade at Springfield and Kenwood, look for their special driveway. It'll guide you straight to El Toro. El Toro will be serving up your favorites all through the construction for the next 5 months. Open daily and ready to welcome you. El Toro, your destination for authentic Mexican cuisine, even during construction.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Eastern Illinois, Champaign-Urbana this Saturday. Nice spell of summertime weather coming our way for the next several days. Matter of fact, right up to about the middle part of next week. No real hint of autumn in the air, but a cooler spell. There's more heat and humidity showing up and portion of next week and beyond. Meanwhile, remnants of Debbie slowly winding its way up the eastern seaboard. Much cooler, less humid for the day today, becoming partly sunny in that sky condition. The high right around 80, gusty northeast wind. A few clouds for tonight, down to 58. For the day tomorrow, mostly sunny and 81 with a northeast to east breeze. Back down upper 50s for tomorrow night. Sunshine 77 on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, sunny to partly cloudy skies at 76 on Saturday. 77 on Sunday. We're back up near 80 for Monday and Tuesday. More seasonal readings into the low and mid 80s the second half of next week. And maybe a couple of showers and thunderstorms late Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solke.
Better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. We are a locally owned community bank that has served the area since 1955. Fisher National is rooted in the communities we serve. We pride ourselves on providing financial resources that match or better the mega banks. We are your friends and neighbors who are involved in your communities and take a vested interest in seeing our customers thrive and prosper. Offering a line of rewarding consumer-centric deposits, home mortgages, small business banking, and agricultural lending. There are no compromises banking local with Fisher National. Our convenient online and mobile tools are second to none. We'll work hard to meet your financial needs and earn your trust. Learn more about Fisher National at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches. Our team looks forward to serving you.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
What we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Love calzones? Jet's Pizza in Champaign is offering their calzone-style boats for just $8.99. Available online only at jetspizza.com with code C1. All of their boats typically feed 2 people. Just apply coupon code C1 at checkout to take advantage of the deal. Your deli boat of choice or one-topping jet boat for $8.99. Pickup or delivery. Jets. Better because it has to be.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
All right. Back tomorrow. The drive later today. I think everybody here?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Illinois students starting to trickle back on
Yes,
campus.
they
So
are.
there's that, and a big wave coming this weekend. So be alert to that. All right. We'll call you and talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie Jay. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 to 9. The drive this afternoon with Derek Lon, Kyle, maybe even Jimmy. It might be a full complement. That's tomorrow. All right, thanks for listening. Have a great Wednesday.
Airlig Plumbing Solution. For your kitchen and bath remodels, sump pumps, maintenance plans, and even licensed backflow testing, Airlig has you covered. Your local plumbing contractors for industrial, commercial, and residential jobs can provide plumbing services, repairs, and installs with a quick turnaround by calling or texting 217-722-9499. Send an email with your plumbing issue and contact information to info@airligplumbing.com. At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Your favorite Mexican restaurant, El Toro on West Springfield in Champaign, is still open 7 days a week despite the construction on West Springfield. If you're craving those mouth-watering Mexican dishes, just enter from the east. When you see the barricade at Springfield and Kenwood, look for their special driveway. It'll guide you straight to El Toro. El Toro will be serving up your favorites all through the construction for the next 5 months. Open daily and ready to welcome you. El Toro, your destination for authentic Mexican cuisine, even during construction.
So when was the last time you saw a best deal guarantee?
You mean a promise that actually held up?
Right.
That some unknown online entity didn't want you to log in and download a code and then re-verify as you join some club.
Drives you nuts, I know.
And then once you purchase that set of steak knives...
Well, Dick Van Dyke Appliance World is a lot simpler. You find a verified great deal and they beat it. Just show them the deal you saw. A newspaper clipping or the online cart price will do, and then you're good.
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, it's one of those instances where you see a best deal guarantee and
you get the best deal.
This is Dennis Reekin, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Our exclusive 10-year protection plan comes free with most appliance purchases. Whether it's a GE, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Bosch, or any of our 30 brands, I guarantee we will beat any competitor's deal. Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Political news is sure to dominate the headlines in 2024, adding uncertainty to the markets. This makes a disciplined investment strategy even more critical to achieving your long-term goals. To assure your investments are aligned with your objectives, contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
PDR Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat won the Triple Crown. So what does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com.
To fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.